Police have said 31-year-old Jose de Jesus Montoya Villa is the person responsible for that deadly shooting on Friday. Take a look. Aurora police say this is a driver's license photo, and he doesn't have a criminal history, but now there is a warrant out for his arrest. You can see him here. Now, he's facing first-degree murder charge, among other charges as well. Aurora police also telling us he was in a relationship with the person he killed. Now, the family has told us that the woman killed is Adela Madrid. The family has started a GoFundMe page for her. Now, according to that page, she leaves behind 2 children and also says she was a healthcare worker at St. Joseph's Hospital and a teacher at Aurora Central High School. So far, they have raised about $700.
So that's an update to an earlier story, which they didn't tell us anything, except for a 36-year-old woman was killed and 2 men. 36-year-old woman, 2 men was killed, but the cops were not going to tell us what the relationship was, and the cops were not going to know that the guy who shot the 36-year-old woman knew the woman, so it was an isolated incident and that the public, the at large, wasn't in danger. So they didn't tell us jack shit. Now we know who the guy is, right? You heard what it said, something Jose de Jesus Montoya. Jose de Jesus Montoya. So Jose de Jesus Montoya is now at large. I mean, the cops, this is 48 hours that article came out. 48 hours after Jose de Jesus Montoya shot and killed a 36-year-old woman. They weren't telling us who the victim was. They weren't telling us who the shooter was. It's already 48 hours. He's already what? He could be in goddamn fucking Honolulu by now. And if he's not, if he's not in fucking Australia, I don't know. But Jose de Jesus Montoya. Jose de Jesus Montoya. And then they even mentioned who the lady was too. So none of the comments said anything. The lady's name was mentioned. Says the woman killed is Adela Madrid. Adela Madrid in Madrid, Kentucky. If you say Madrid, hey, this is Madrid, right? You ain't from around here. They fuck up their words. They fuck up their words just to make you feel like you don't know what the hell you're talking about. Louisville. It's Louisville. Louisville? I don't know any Louisville. This guy wants to know where Louisville is. Colorado. They call Louisville in Colorado correctly. So, what's my point? My point is, we got the guy's name right. Jose de Jesus Montoya is the killer. The woman's name is Adela Madrid. So R.I.P. Adela Madrid. R.I.P. Adela Madrid. No matter how terrible you were, I'm sure you didn't get shot. No matter how terrible people can be ugly when they're arguing or whatever. So no matter how awful during an argument she could have been, she's at church or whatever. This guy's just an insecure, jealous piece of shit. So, his parents should have hugged him better. And, yeah, that's pretty much it. I had several things here that I had jotted down. Just want to make sure. 48 hours after article, right? 48 hours. Well, we're not going to tell you the name. And we're not going to tell you the shooter. And we're not going to tell you the relationship. And we're not going to tell you nothing. We're not going to tell you nothing. How the fuck? Okay, even if we wanted to help the cops, how could we help the cops if we don't know what the hell's going on? How the hell? And then there was somebody else that the articles that I read, again, 48 hours, they were looking at a video. They had found, they talked to some local people and people said, hey, here's a video. And then you could hear the gunshots. And then when they presented it, they said, we got some video which sort of you hear some gunshots in the background. Like it could have been something else. Like something else could have happened. Well, maybe that's not gunshots. Maybe something else could have happened around. How come you don't have nice, good video footage? And they have surveillance footage, so they got the guy's face. They got what he's driving. They got his face. Basically, what fucked this whole case up was calling the damn police. The people with the surveillance, they should have just called their friends and got their lawyers involved, because this guy isn't going to get caught. Look at Abel Acosta. Abel Acosta just goes into a convenience store. Pow, 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 pow. Nobody caught him yet. His dad went to jail, but nobody caught him. So yeah, if I'm the police, sheriff's station, I'm transparent. I don't think that the public is the enemy. I think that there's good people in the public and bad people. There's good and bad. And so I would assume that when there's a bad person going around doing bad shit, then people in the community don't like that. They don't take kindly to that bullshit. That motherfucker hasn't just, done that person wrong, but he's done that person wrong and that person wrong and that person wrong. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. The great thing about being a revolutionary is you can recognize injustice anywhere you see it. And anybody who trembles with indignation at injustice is a comrade of mine. Hopefully this Jose de Jesus Mendoza is caught. And there's justice. Hopefully justice is achieved. Hopefully either the criminal justice system or something else. Because without the presence of justice, you're not going to have peace. Peace requires the presence of justice. What, you're just going to obey the dictator? Because, no, we need to have a presence of justice. Since we all know we all could get along until somebody does something bad and we all go after the bad guy doing the thing wrong. Motherfuckers could come around shooting at me, trying to murder me. Feels good to say this to somebody, but this is true. People are felony menacing me. For the last 2 years, I've been getting felony menaced. And they could do it dozens and dozens of times, but the moment that I stand up and say enough is enough, you're not going to do this shit to me, then I get in trouble. That's fucking bullshit. Motherfuckers go out to hurt people. Get in their car, drive to hurt another person. For no reason. No reason, except for I'm polite, nice, and lawful. They murdered my puppy, and I guess that just fucking is brilliant. You murder at Tecumseh, and that started at that damn RV park. There's an RV disease that got my dog killed. That damn RV park, them motherfuckers want to fuck with my dog. What, pretend that you cared about you didn't give a shit about my dog. You're just fucking with them. Because when he got killed, none of them motherfuckers that made sure to undermine me when I told him to get back, he didn't get back. So Chloe and Melanie, and whatever the fucking abusers are. Well, you're all abusers. But yeah, that was pretty fucking sick shit. You're a good person. You love the puppy. You love the dog. They're the same ones that steal other people's dogs and shit. That's what's wrong with America. A clear, evil, wicked thing can happen. And because America is filled with a bunch of wicked people, instead of saying, hey, let's all join a vigilante justice brigade, let's join the angels. Batman the angels. Angels the Batman. Instead, they choose evil. They hear about Hitler and they don't say, hey, let's learn what, if we were the Jewish people, what would we do to combat against Nazi Germany? Let's put ourselves in the, in the seat of the victims. I mean, it's fucking hypocrisy. And then motherfucker act, oh, you just want to talk, huh? Motherfuckers are shooting at me. If I do get shot and killed, it was Robert Pickrell. Robert Pickrell, Kenny Capon, Troy Zinn, Nick Noah, Spalding. It could be any one of these motherfuckers. They need to show me that they're pieces of shit. They're on the side of the right-wing Nazi child beating fucking... They're on the side of evil. And you would think... You would wonder